So folks, I am back with another video, and today we're going to keep it along the serious line again, I'm afraid. But we are going to be touching on refeeds. What are they, and why do you need them? Now, before we touch on the subject more in depth, I'm going to explain the difference between a refeed day and a cheat day. A refeed day is a strategically planned interval in your diet to elevate hormone levels and to improve your adherence. To scratch that itch, if you will. A cheat day, on the other hand, is usually unplanned and is a mindless excuse to binge and chuck your diet out the window for a day. Usually taken by the undisciplined and people that have got to that stage where they just fucking can't be arsed anymore, usually caused by an unsustainable diet. So, for the premise of this video, we're not talking cheat days because they're bullshit. We're talking refeeds. So folks, when we talk fat loss, we're actually talking about hormones. Of course there's the calorie side of things, but this is what's going on pretty much behind the scenes. Now, we're going to talk about two specific hormones that are related to dieting, and that is leptin and ghrelin. Leptin is the you're full hormone. It's the one that goes, thanks very much, I'm full, don't want any more, cheers. Ghrelin, on the other hand, is the one that taps you on the shoulder and goes, excuse me, you're hungry, can you eat some food please? So, leptin will be represented by the green line and ghrelin will be represented by the red line. Now here is our diet. In the y-axis we have the level of hormone, and in the x-axis we have the amount of time on the diet. Now, before I go any further, the time differs per person. This isn't to say that everyone should follow this. Essentially, as you get leaner, this will come into play more and you'll need refeeds more often. If you're at the beginning of your fat loss journey, or if you've spent bugger all time in a calorie deficit, you don't need a refeed yet. You just need persistence, patience, and discipline. However, for those of you that have been in a calorie deficit for a long time, or you find that your adherence to your diet is slipping, that's where this comes in. So, let's start with leptin. When you first start your diet, leptin starts really high. You've got a good amount of it in you. So, what happens over time is leptin gradually decreases. In other words, the longer you are on your diet, the harder it is for you to get that feeling of, I feel full. Ghrelin, on the other hand, starts off as here, but then over time will actually begin to increase off the scale, if you will. Now, the problem with this, the longer you are on your diet, not only do you feel less full when you do eat, but your body is actually telling you that you're more hungry. And what essentially happens here is that leptin is very, very closely related to your metabolism. And over time, your metabolism will begin to slow down. And you'll find yourself in a position where weight loss becomes harder and harder and harder unless you dramatically reduce your calories. But before you do that, there's a better option. If you've been in a calorie deficit for a long period of time, or you've got to particularly lean body fat levels, or like I said, your adherence to your diet is fucking shocking, then I'd recommend you chuck yourself in a refeed. What this is going to do is it is going to boost your leptin levels back up, and it is going to drop your ghrelin levels back down, ergo resetting the dieting process. Then, after having a refeed day, you can go back onto your same level of calories or even slightly higher and begin the fat loss process again. Now, you're probably wondering, Moisey, what does a refeed look like? A refeed is essentially a day or a few days in a row spent at maintenance calories. Not in a calorie surplus, don't need to be, just back at maintenance. How many calories you would consume to maintain your body weight. You will not gain fat over this time. Obviously, if you jumped on the scales the day after a refeed, you're going to be a little bit heavier, but it's purely to reset your hormone levels. So there we go folks, that's refeeds in a nutshell. When do you need them? Well, it depends on you. Obviously, don't use it as an excuse to just have 2,000 calories or whatever, or maintenance calories whenever you like, because if you've got a goal to hit and you spend too many days at maintenance, you're not actually going to achieve that goal. Use them as mentioned when you find that your weight loss plateaus, or you find that your discipline to your diet is going through the floor. So rather than just chucking that diet out the window completely, just chuck in a refeed, maybe for a day, maybe for two, maybe even for three. 3 days of maintenance calories ain't gonna hurt your dieting process, but it's gonna make you feel a shitload better and re-excite your enthusiasm to jump back on your diet after the refeed. Hopefully this video has made a lot of sense, and I'll see you on the next one. All the best, folks. Let me know how you get on.